Hey, everybody. Hey, thank you for the heart me and the go populars. Not me being nervous about tonight. Hello. Sorry. Okay, I think I'm good. I've been sitting here stressing about tonight. Why am I stressing, y'all? Hi, thank you for the heart me. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm going to put the colors here. If you didn't get them from the Discord, these will be the colors we're going to be using tonight. We're doing a color along. And how are you, Ems? I will be sure to give y'all time to get some of these before we get started. I know. I'm just so nervous. I'm like, I'm going to mess up their books. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. But it's going to be okay, I think. Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm just waiting on a few people to get in and then we'll get started. We're going to be working on the Doodlybugs page. Thank you for the repost. Okay. So what we're doing tonight is this is the start of a color along we're going to do on every Thursday. It's in Doodlybugs' new Once Upon a Dream book. And the super fans picked this book out of, they suggested a bunch of books. And I narrowed them down and then they voted. They voted on this book. And then I picked a couple of pages that I was really inspired to do. And then they voted. So super fans get a lot of behind the scenes, like hands-on picking things that we're doing. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. Send me a message. I'll let you know. And so they picked this page, the Princess and the Frog page. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. And if you're not a part of our Discord, I would definitely love for you to join because every Sunday before the color along, I will send the palette of the colors we're going to be using and all of that. And so just one more time, we're going to be starting on the sky first. That's the plan tonight is the sky. We're doing, the super fans also voted if they wanted to do just a regular sky or add in some forest. Thank you guys so much for all the gifts. Thank you. They voted on a forest sky. However, you do not have to color exactly like I am if you don't want to. That's okay. If you want to do your own thing, that's okay. You color what makes you happy. Barbara! But I will be walking you along on how I do everything. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you're welcome to color it just like me, like one big color along buddy color. Don't forget though that you will want a protective sheet. Even if you're using cardstock, it's still likely to bleed through a little bit. So use your protective sheet. And with us working on the sky, these are the colors we're going to be working on, where we're going to be working with first. These three will be our sky colors. And then, actually probably these four. Yeah, probably these four. And then, thank y'all so much for all the shares. These two we're going to be using to make some of our forest, like tree. Like I want it to be all like swampy looking, right? And they're in the swamp. There's all the trees in the sky. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get started. If you guys are ready. So, make sure we're going to start with that seafoam green. These are Ohuhu's original codes. The Ohuhu does have an index on their Webby that, hey, Franny V, that will translate the codes for you. And if you have Bionyo, they use the old code so that you put the code in and it will tell you what the translation is for the new codes or the old codes. So, we're going to get started. I'm so nervous. Okay, it's going to be great. It's a new book with a new artist that I've never worked with before. New artwork. Also, it's like magical fairy tale. I haven't done that before. So I'm nervous. And then, of course, a lot of you are following along. And I'm like, oh, I don't want y'all to hate it. And, not, I'm going to mess up their books. But it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be fine. It's fine. Remember, hey, JR, if there's anything I'm doing that you don't want to do, that's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. We could never. So, like, for instance, when we're going to do this sky, my plan is to go and add some forest. So it's like that magical forest. But if you don't want to do the forest, don't do the forest. It's okay. Another thing, I want to leave some space around the firefly. I know you probably think like we would start with the glow and work our way out. But I don't want to do that because if we start with that glow and then work our way out, it's going to be tough to do this lighter patch over here for me. And then another thing too is, okay, when we get here, and it'll just be a mess. So if you want to do it that way, that's fine. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna work with my darker colors first, but I'm gonna leave this ring around it because it's light. It's okay if there's like a harsh line with it. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. And I'm gonna be able to like smooth over this easier with the yellow on top of the sky than I will trying to do it the opposite way. So as always, thank y'all so much. Hey, Tuff, thank you for the heart me's. If you have any questions about anything I'm using or doing during the color along, please send the message or a chat. I don't mind answering any questions. It might be a little tough when I'm working in the sky to kind of stop and answer questions. So once we start the sky, I will. When I'm finished, I'll get caught up if I have to. So. All right, are y'all ready? Yes. Oh, Maddie, I saw your message in Discord. I hadn't had a chance to answer it. It's from Wookbooks. They accidentally ordered a small size instead of the large size, so they were auctioning off because it was a boo-boo. So they auctioned off the clip and the sticker, so of course I had to have it. And so I got it. Thank y'all so much. I know I usually do stickers, but tonight, with it being the first night of the color along, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little nervous, and just trying to keep up with stickers is gonna give me a little extra nervous. So just I'll bear with me tonight. let me get this on the ground running, and then we'll be back to our regular stickers tomorrow. Okay. If you're ready for our color along, send some frog emojis. Send up the frog emojis, and we're gonna get started. Don't forget your protector sheet. Someone's gonna forget, and you're gonna mess up your book, and you're gonna be sad. Get your cover page, your protector page. Yes, the frog emojis. Whoop whoop. We got some frogs. Hey, welcome in. We're doing a color along in Doodlybugs new book. We're just getting started. Okay, here's the idea that I'm doing if you're wanting to follow along. I didn't want to do a straight moon because I want my lighting to be more yellow from the fireflies. So instead of doing a straight circle, I'm just going to do like a lighter band and I'm not going to go straight across. I'm going to do like a lighter of this light green. And I didn't want to do a green sky because we're going to do the water kind of swampy green. Okay. So we're going to start with this lighter like haze around here and then work our way out like almost like this. Okay. Oh, I can't believe we're about to put ink down on a new fresh book. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to start with, back it up, Teddy. Instead of doing, you're going to want your colorless blender and make sure it's clean because sometimes you use it and it's got some little bit of color left on it and then it's not clean. What I'm thinking about doing to kind of really give it a nice soft, like the moon's back there, but it's not a straight circle. I'm going to start with my colorless blender and, kind of put a little bit down, but not in a straight, circle, kind of more out like this. And then we're going to move straight with our seafoam green. So make sure you have your seafoam green, your cotton candy blue, and your cerulean blue ready to go. I have them uncapped and ready to go because you're going to want to move fast with this guy. Oh my Lord, here we go. I can't do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. Y'all, okay, we're going. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh my Lanta, here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my color splendor, just lay down a little bit, and like I said, not really in a true circle, but just kind of back here behind them a little, because you're gonna see once. Oh, and also, don't stress about your sky being like if you get a little bit of streaks and you're not perfect with sky, it's okay. We're gonna put trees back here. It's gonna be super easily. It's gonna be the cerulean B114. B114. So we have BG310, B08, and B114. Those are gonna be our sky colors right now. We're gonna go back on top and put forest trees, and that's gonna hide a lot any mistakes, any imperfections. So don't stress too much about that. Okay, don't stress. And we're gonna go ahead with the seafoam green first. Seafoam green, and I think I'm gonna start down here. Also, gnats everywhere. All right, here we go. And I'm going to be really light-handed with this. Kind of take my blender a little bit more. Look, once we get the sky done and I'm out of the like stress zone, I have the funniest story to tell y'all about what happened today. I'm such a goof. I'm starting to really get concerned about my memory and my brain. Oh, y'all. And okay, if you got your book printed with cardstock, you have a little bit longer to work on it than you usually would. The cardstock, it takes a little longer to dry, so you don't have to stress as much. But if you're not used to working with cardstock, that can feel weird. And you do have to work a little slower. And I suggest kind of coloring in circles when you really want that color down. I didn't do it too much here because I want it to be a little lighter. But working in circles kind of gives that cardstock a chance to get the ink applied more in more evenly. Shoot, there I go. Thank y'all so much for all the taps and love and being here. I'm so excited. I truly, truly, truly. Right now we're working with seafoam green, and then we're going to be moving into cotton candy blue and then cerulean blue, B114. The Tahitian and stuff is going to be for the trees. Bex, what did you do? Oh my gosh. Welcome in, Whimsy. I'm trying to work a little slower for you guys because remember, again, don't stress too much about there being streaks. We can cover that up with the trees. I hope everybody's okay. And I'm just working this blender again in here because we want this to be our lightest point. It's going to look really nice once we put the trees out there. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. That's so scary. Hey, Brandoni. Brandoni macaroni. All right, so you can see where I used Because I'm working on cardstock, and when you use a stroke pattern with the cardstock, it doesn't give the ink a chance to lay evenly. So when I'm working with cardstock, if you work in a circular motion, it gives the marker time to lay down the ink more evenly, and you'll have less streaking because the paper is thicker. But you'll see my lightest point here is where that moon's going to be. But we're, like I said, we're not really going to do moon. I don't want moon lighting. I want it to be more yellow from the fireflies, but I still want this idea of there's a moon back there, kind of. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Butterbean? All right, we're about to be switching into the cotton candy blue. So make sure you have that marker ready to go. Oh, fudge cakes. I forgot to leave my circle. Oh, man. That's okay. We'll fix it. If you haven't got this far, leave a circle around your firefly. If you have got that far, we can use acrylic. We can use acrylic if you have acrylic. My bad. I was so nervous I was going to mess up that I messed up. You can use acrylic or color pencil. We'll fix it. No big deal. Yes. Hey, random. That's okay. That's okay. No big deal. Thank y'all for the taps. I've been so excited to color in a book and dough book, and this is my first one. So that makes me nervous too. Like it's a new artist, like new artwork, a new like theming I've never done. And then a lot of people are following along, and so I'm like, ooh, I don't want to mess up their books. Okay, I'm about to switch to that darker shade. The next one is the cotton candy. Cotton candy blue. Oh, actually I had some chicken and quinoa. It was like chicken quinoa with like some buffalo sauce. It was really good with like red peppers and stuff. Yes, that'll be good. Yes, Franny, that's good. Welcome in, Floor. Thank you for following me. Thank you for the follow. What did you have for dinner? All right, so you want to go over just a little bit. Sorry, I need to make sure I'm explaining more. Go over your green just a little bit and blend that back in. And remember, one, we're working with cardstock, so your ink's going to stay wet a little longer. Also, a lot of times I like to use cardstock behind as my plastic, but when you're working in a large area that you want to stay wet longer, you can use a plastic protector, and that will help. That will help. But don't stress out about streaks because we're going to cover a lot of this up with like this foresty swamp background. Okay. Pizza burgers. That sounds good. What did you put on them to make them like pizza burgers? She probably did, girl. She probably did. She's up in the auctions. Someone needs to go get her behind. She's a hot mess. She did. Hey, Ra. I'm sorry, y'all, too, if I missed some comments. I'm doing my best. Y'all know we gotta focus on this sky. I think I'm settled enough. I can tell y'all what happened today. I'm doing good. And look, I want to tell y'all this story because I'm like, please tell me I'm not the only one, because I'm like, should I be concerned for my health? Should I be concerned for my brain? Mason had a follow-up appointment. Okay, I guess long story short, my son was skating and he broke his leg, like broke his tibia. It was bad. He had to have surgery. Well, today was his follow-up. Okay, it's flooding. Okay, we have a lot of flooding going on right now where I live, and a lot of roads are closed, blah, blah, blah. It was hurricaning when we were heading to his appointment. So I'm already kind of like last minute, running behind. It's raining. One of the roads was closed. I had to find another way. Like, we're already going to be a few minutes late at this point. And I have put the map on because it's just raining and stuff. And it just helps me, like, because I will miss a turn not paying attention, y'all. The ADHD is real. Even though I know, even though I know where I'm going, plot twist, I put on the map so I could pay attention. All right, so, bye, Bex. So, we get all the way, like, I'm about to turn off the interstate to the doctor's office when I realize I'm not going to the right place. I was on autopilot and I put in the address for the pediatrician instead of the orthopedic. So not only am I late because of poor planning and the weather, now I'm even more late because I'm not even going in the right direction. It's in a whole different city. So I had to call and be like, I am so sorry. I am going to the wrong place and I'm going to be like 15 minutes late. And I'm not normally, like, this is not normally me. I'm usually very punctual. So I'm already stressed out because that's not me. I don't like being late. And they were like laughing and like, no big deal. Like, I'll just put you down as being late to the weather. And I'm just like, does this happen to anyone else? Is it just me? Why am I going to the wrong place? Oh, good. I'm glad it's not just me, because I was like, should I start being concerned about my brain? Gosh, I got too much going on, I think. I'm honestly probably working too fast. But like I said, I'm not that worried because we're adding so many details to this sky back here, y'all. You can see if you're not doing these circles on this cardstock, it's going to make it streaky, but for real. My plan is to add some trees and like some vine, and don't stress out. It's going to be easy. It's not going to be as complicated as it sounds. The color in this sky is complicated. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah. We're going to do the trees. We're going to do some like swampy, viney things and some fireflies. So we're going to cover up them imperfections. Okay, when switching to another color, you want to go a little further than you think you need. You are fired, girl. You are in time out. Where was you? Where was you? It better not be no auctions. We're holding an Auctions Anonymous intervention for Ambert. Barb, make sure you check the Discord. You got the shout out. I know they were like, where's Amber? Did Amber forget about us? Okay. Oh, the reason I was saying go a little further than you think, because we're about to go ahead and start switching to that darker color again. I'm going to switch to the next color, which if you want to get it ready, It's going to be B114, cerulean blue, B114. Oh, just a member shout out. You'll have to go read it and see it. You tagged and everything. Just for being an amazing Barb. She said, for what? I'm sorry. Stop it. I already knew. We already knew. Look, I know this sky is wonky, y'all. It's going to come together. Trust the process. Well, let me zoom you back out again, too, so y'all see this wonkiness. Who pinned that? Take the screenshots. We're building our evidence. We're calling the judge. I need some judge stickers thrown up in here. We're calling the judge. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start moving into that cerulean blue. And I'm going to go a little bit further than I need and kind of blend that out to make this transition. The whole rest of this is going to be this dark shade, okay? It's going to be a little tough to get blended in because you may want to use the detail side too. You're lucky Carla's busy. Or we would both be getting on to you. We may or may not have a mod position open. I'm just kidding, Amber. I'm just kidding. You're only on strike 2. You got one more. No, just kidding. We love you. She's like, that's it. I'm gone. She gone. Yes, B114 is the next color. B114. That's the new codes. And next time I'll do better about writing down the old codes. But Ohuhu does have the information on their Webby. I would have picked an easier sky technique, guys, if we weren't doing this forest. So I promise, don't worry about these streaks. Yes, thank you, Maddie. I was having a speaking code over here about the codes. You can put in either code and it'll actually put up the whole list of old codes, new codes, if you ever need that translation. I'm really, truly, I was a little nervous at first. I'm feeling a little better now, but truly excited for you guys to be here. And I'm so excited for those of you following along. Just a reminder that, just in case anyone wants to join in and you do not have the book, or you did get the book, but you're still waiting on yours to come in, I will be posting the replay in the Discord for everybody for the first 2 weeks. That way, if you need to get the book, like if you want to join in, you will have the replay and you can get caught up. So for this week, week 1, and next week, week 2, I will post the replay. But after that, the replay will only be available to super fans. So if you would like to become a super fan so you don't miss out on any lives, they get access to all of the live replays, unlimited access. If you would like more information on that, please send me a message. Especially if you're someone that gifts regularly, a lot of people use that as like their way of gifting, and they just subscribe. And then that way, if you're gifting, you might as well get the perks that come along with it. There's a lot of other perks that come along. We just finished our super fans only coloring class, and so we are going to be working on our next one soon. It's going to go out the whole rest of the page, Barbara. This will be the blue we use for the whole rest of the page. You can take it all the way out. So if you're interested in that, let me know. They have 3 private rooms on the Discord where they're the ones that help vote on the calendar stuff for the month. So a lot of the things you see that I do live, they pick that. This right here, they chose this. They get special emotes, access to all the live replays, and we do super fan only giveaways. So we're getting close to our next one, actually. So if you would like more information, you can give me a message. Now, the only time that you can become a super fan is during a live. So if it's something you want to do for sure, you don't have to wait. And also you can cancel anytime. And if you would like to join along, we're going to be working in this book every Thursday, coloring along. And then, so if you don't have the book, but you'd like to get the book and you'd like more information, when did that happen? Please message Amber. Amber, are you still in here? Pin yourself. Message her. She can get you the information on the book and everything. There you are. Please message her and she can get you the details on the book. And that would give you 2 weeks to get it in. You would get those 2 replays before it goes to super fan only access. Also, another thing with the color along would be to join our Discord. It is free. There's just a couple of private rooms for the super fans, but the rest of the Discord is free, and that's where I do post information on like every Sunday I'll be posting the colors we'll be using for the color along and kind of tell you the plans. And then it's a huge community of all kinds of like colorists, crafters, gamers, and we share information, tips, we share our work, we just support each other. But if you are interested in doing the color along, that would be the next thing I would do, is join that. And then Franny B is our Discord guru. So if Franny, if you're able, I know you're coloring, but if you're able to pin yourself, you can give her a message and she will get you the pathway to our Discord. If you're a content creator, it's also a great space to be because we share our content. We let each other know when we're going live so we can be there and support. So it's not just like my Discord. It's like a community. There she is. There's our Franny B, our tech support. We do a monthly color challenge giveaway for our Discord members. So if you are in Discord, every month you get 3 challenge options. We're actually about to finish May's. And so every time our super fans vote on that as well. So they have their hand in a lot of things, but you get 3 color challenges. Like this month was the embroidery challenge, the monochromatic challenge, and the blueprint challenge. So if you finish those and upload them in the Discord, you get an entry into a giveaway. And you can submit as many pages as you like, as long as I can tell that they are part of, that you attempted the challenge. It doesn't go off talent. And so Monday night, June 1st, we will be drawing the winner of May's color challenge for the giveaway, and then announcing June's challenges and prizes, which hint, hint, there may or may not be a little cow clip in June's prize pool. Carla! Yes, Chicolette. Hey, Carla. I needed you earlier for the Auctions Anonymous. Amber's fired. She fired. Yup. I see them eyes. So if you hadn't had a chance to get your hands on the mocha clip, you may or may not, allegedly could maybe win in June's coloring challenges. So make sure you're getting the Discord if you're not. And Megaroni, are you in here? I know Nick is working late, but are you in here, boo-boo? Can you pin yourself? This is our little caboose, Megan. She's my in real life sister. She may not be in here. I think she's going to be in and out. There she is. And she is our mod in training. Y'all give the mods a follow. Send some mod stickers. They are amazing. She is our support caboose. We love her. We have a Hot Mess Express Discord theme. All the rooms or all the channels, I guess, are train theme. It's the best. We have such a good time. I love our community. And we would love to have you in there. I feel like my sky is the hotness, but it's okay. It's going to come together. It's going to come together. If you're just joining us, welcome. We are doing our first color along in Doodlybugs Once Upon a Dream. Aww, I hate that you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better. Look, summer colds are the worst because it's already like blah to not feel good, but then to feel awful when it's hot is even like more blah. Okay, everybody that's following along, I know you're probably still working on your sky maybe, but if you get a chance, I Oh gosh. It's been hot here and raining every day. Everything's flooded here. Like it's a mess. Actually like really sad. We've had someone I just saw on the news where someone got expired in a flash flood in their vehicle. Like it's crazy. Up not far from where we live. But no worries, no worries. I lost my train of thought before that. Choo choo. Okay, perfect, Franny. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all post your progress pictures. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember what I was about to say. If you're following along in coloring, I need to ask you guys, does everyone have a small set of acrylics? Because I was thinking about doing acrylics on the flowers. But if you guys don't have acrylic, should I stay away from acrylics in the color along? I don't know what else supplies you guys have. Yes. Or gel pen. I mean, either one. It can be acrylic or gel. It doesn't have to be acrylic. Okay, good. Yeah, Pat said yes. Okay, good. Okay. I wanted to ask before I did that because I didn't want to completely do something if the majority of you guys didn't have it. Right? Girl math. Once that we do the trees and stuff, I think this is I hope it looks nice because we'll see like little peaks of the light and we'll put the lightning bugs. We're going to have some lightning bug colors. It's going to be good. Yeah, but before next Thursday if possible. Well, we might could get away with another week or two before using them. I would definitely say as soon as possible, but if you need a week or two, like if you need 2 or 3 weeks instead of just one, let me know. Sounds good. Now, if you're really worried about the streakiness, like, I really think it's going to be fine when we add our trees. But if it's really going to bother you, you can take your colors and go back and do like another pass through. And that should help. I'm not going to do that because I really think a lot of our details are going to, even though it's bothering me, I mean, it's bothering me big time. But this was a really hard sky to color. And if I wasn't going to be doing the trees and stuff, then I would have been like, yep, we're doing another pass. But hang in there. Like if you're not planning to do the trees with us, which you don't have to, if you don't want to do the trees, I would do another pass probably. But if you're going to do the forest with us, then don't worry about it. Yes, it will be. It will be recorded, Jenna. And as soon as I get off, I will send it in the chat and the Discord and stuff. Yes, Princess and the Frog, which is actually one of my favorites because I don't live far from New Orleans, so I love the New Orleans theme. And it's a cute story in general, but I love the music and all this stuff. Okay. Yes, Franny, that's a good one. You could do your colorless blender as well if you want to try and smooth some of that out. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that look, Megan, it's okay. So it basically just pushed your ink into your character. What you can do is take your colorless blender and re-wet that and like push it down into your paper. Like, and it should move it out, but you're gonna want to take your paper and move it around. That's fixable, girl. That's fixable. Okay. Let me know if y'all are finished with your sky. If you're ready for the next parts. I don't want to move too fast. Barb's ready. Crystal said no, not yet. That's okay. If you're to kind of get ready for the trees, we're gonna be using, let me move these out the way. The next colors we're gonna be using for this forest are gonna be these three. Classic blue, which is B115. Cobalt blue, BV315, and lapis lazuli, BV314. So if you want to get those out and ready, we're going to be using these for our forest. I am doing a color along, Steph. I sure am. In the Doodlybugs book, which, if you have the book, you can color along with us. But also, if you don't have the book, I'm going to have the recording saved for the first 2 weeks. That way, if you want to get the book and you want to join along, you can go back and do the replay and catch up. After that, the replays will only be available for super fans. And please message Amon if you want. Oh, well, you are in the right place. If you message Amon if you want access to the Discord, Franny B can get you access to that. And Amber can give you information on getting the book. And Megan, it will be a good hype person. Thank you for the follow, Steph. No, wait. Yes. We did by mistake. We did. Aww. Yes, I'm sorry. Well, no. Okay, so I was going to use B09 and I forgot, but that's okay. We're going to use B115 on the tree still because it's okay. We're going to layer it. Some of it's going to be looking light and others, but I was supposed to use B09 in the sky as well between this shade and I forgot. See, I just knew I was going to mess stuff up. I was so nervous. That's okay. Sorry. No, you're not tripping. You're not tripping, girl. You're not tripping. The darkest color in the sky is B115. And I guess we can toss out B09 because I forgot to use it. Yes. Steph, if you wouldn't mind messaging Franny B, she can get you the pathway to the Discord. She is our Discord queen. This is our Franny B. I was trying to pin you. There we go. Yes, the colors we're going to use next are going to be right here. These are going to be the ones for the forest. And I know we use B115 on the sky. That's okay. We're going to, some of the trees will look a little lighter than the others, so it's okay. All right, now this is gonna be kind of in layers. We're gonna go and lay down some trees that look lighter than others. So we're gonna start with our light one, that classic blue. I may go back in with the, hold on with your cotton candy blue. We may use that. I don't know. We're gonna start with classic blue though. And we're gonna lay down some trees. And this is all gonna be silhouette. So, like, I want the whole thing to look kind of like jungly, like not jungly, but like swampy. So we're going to lay down this lighter shade, which may not look light enough on this blue. And you can do this however you just want to make these like little trees. Like, let me get a piece of paper real quick and kind of show you before we put ink to paper, just in case you've never seen this before. We're just going to be doing these very simple little tree lines, like little tree trunks. Okay. Maybe some lines out here and there. Like this is the top of our sky, okay? And like I want to make it really swampy looking with the vines and even like some dripping, maybe, I don't know if we'll go in this far, but like dripping foliage. But it's all going to be in blue because we want it to be silhouette, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? And then we'll have some lighter and some darker to where it's like overlapping. And it looks like some are darker than others. Okay, and that's why I was saying, don't worry about any like imperfections in your sky because this is going to cover it all up. Okay? And I don't feel like you could mess this part up. I say that and then watch me jinx myself. Okay, yeah, that might be a good idea. You got it, Barb. You got it. Aw, that's so sweet, Josie. I'm so glad you're in here. You got it, Barb. It's not going to be... And look, this part you can take real slow. You can take this part really slow. And I don't really feel like it would be really hard to mess up. So let's start with our classic blue. Like I said, this may not be... Megan said, watch me. Hold my markers and watch me. Okay, sorry. This is the color. Yeah, I think that good idea, Carla. Put the mark. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't feel like you could see it over there. It doesn't like to focus on it either. Okay, so I'm going to start in the darkest areas over here. And start these trees. Now, you don't want to do a whole bunch with this one color. We're going to spread it out because we're going to come back with some of the darker colors. No. Did you really, Franny? It's okay. Keep going. We want to do a bunch of different layer trees. So you want to space them out. Sorry, my dog is whining. I was like, what in the world? Okay. You can do some bigger and smaller too to make them some look closer and some look further away. So I'm going to start B115. You can take your time. And I'm just going to do a few of these trees. And then part of your homework is going to be to go and add the rest. Y'all have a homework. And if you're not comfortable with doing the vines and stuff, right, typical teacher, you've got to it's the I do, we do, you do, okay, except for they switched that around. Okay, they drilled that into our brains my whole college. The teacher does, then you do it with the class, and then they do it independent. And now when I was going, well, I'm in my specialist degree now, but when I went through my master's, it was all swapped. Like, you got to let them try first to see what they know, because sometimes they might already know it, and then that just kind of gets them to try and get them thinking. And so it's almost backwards. Like, they do, and then you do it and like fix any misconceptions, and then like together, and then the teacher can do it explicitly if she needs. Like, moo moo summer school. Sorry, let me get to coloring. Sorry, but my point is, you don't have to copy just like me if you don't want to. Oh, Amber, are you in here? Can you pin yourself? If she's not in here, send me a message and I'll make sure I get y'all connected. But you can see as this dries, there she is. If you'll message Amber about the book, she'll get you the information for the book. You can do whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't want to do all the extra stuff with the trees, that's okay. Then you can just do the trees and the little, if you don't want to do all the hanging stuff, don't, do what makes you comfortable. Coloring should make you happy and not stressed. All right, remember, we want to space them out because we're going to come back in here with some other trees soon. Some other colors. Thank y'all so much for the taps and the shares and hanging out and all the things, I'm thinking too, with this being swampy, we may want some really low. Well, we could do that with some of the other ones. And look, with the foliage, yeah, turn them tappers on, girl. With the foliage, we can come into with some darker blues and add that in, but we'll do that in just a little bit. And I want to do trees all along this whole thing, but you can do what makes you happy. Oh, Ray is my favorite character in the movie. And what was it? Oh yeah, Disney. Okay, I love little shoulder pets from Disney. And they came out with a firefly for Princess and the Frog, and they didn't make him Ray. I don't know why. It's some random firefly. And I'm like, y'all had an opportunity there and you dropped the ball. Like, are you now I don't even want it. It's not Ray. Raymond. Yes, he is my favorite. Him and his Evangeline. And look, just being near in Louisiana, the things that he says crack me up. And he's like, y'all from Shreveport? They're like, we're from a magical land far away from here. He's like, shut up, y'all from Shreveport? I'm like, you stop it. Oh, yeah. What if it was Evangeline? You're right. Yes, you need to. It's so cute. Yes, he does. I was so sad. Spoiler alert. Well, Carla hadn't seen it. I can't say it. She said spill it. Okay, well, plug your ears if you don't want spoiler alerts from The Princess and the Frog. I was so sad in the end. He didn't make it. Ray doesn't make it. He goes to be a star with Evangeline. Oh. My plan was we were going to do the sky and we were going to do lily pads, but we might not make it to the lily pads tonight. Well, the plan too was I was going to do one lily pad and y'all were going to do the rest for homework, but well, I guess once you get the concept of the trees, we don't have to do the whole concept because that could be part of your homework. That could be part of your homework. Yes. So the bigger and wider your tree is, the closer up it's going to look. And then the smaller it is, the further away it's going to look. And then also you want to keep your branches in proportion too. Like if you do a really skinny tree, then you're going to want an even skinnier branch. And if you do bigger branches, you're going to want a bigger tree. So don't be having your tree arms looking wonky. Okay, now I'm going to put this one color to the side. You can still you can add as much as you want. I do want to try some of this cotton. Actually, you know what? I might try the Tahitian blue. We didn't get to use that one. I forgot in the sky. But I'm going to use the Tahitian. I think it's going to make even lighter looking tree too. Oh, I'm excited. You know, I love doing water. I love it. And we're going to do kind of like green. Oh, I'm so excited for the water. I hope I don't make it too complicated. I'm trying to take my complicatedness and like meet in the middle with you guys. But I want it to be like this swampy, kind of green, but pretty though. But also put like firefly reflections in the water. Oh, so excited. Monica, and thank you for the follow. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty. Carla said she don't like water, y'all. She don't like water. Her and water, she has some PTSD over the water. That is not Tahitian. Hold, back it up, Terry. I done put down a tree, not paying attention. You want to know what's crazy though? I definitely had the lid that said Tahitian. I put on the lid that said Tahitian. I put on the wrong marker. I wonder about myself. Okay, where's my Tahitian then? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay, I found my Tahitian. Oh, Barbara. All right, the color I'm using now is B09 Tahitian. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Look, I started laying that down. I was like, dang, that's darker than I thought it would be. Okay, let's see. Tahitian might be too light up here. But you can see having the different colors, some will look a little further away than others because there's their light shade. And with this being so dark, let's go back to that cerulean and add just a little bit up here. I did what? Yes. Another thing that you can do with your trees too is you can another thing you can do with your trees is add a little darker on one side too, and it will kind of give it a little bit of shadow. So like our light source is here in the middle, which means everything on this opposite sides would be darker. So this side of the tree would be lighter, this would be darker. So what you could do is take one of your darker shades, that BV314, on these darker trees. I wouldn't do that dark on here. So let's just focus on one of the darker trees. And you can just put on this side a little, and that gives it a little bit more dimension too. That'll give it a little more dimension. Okay, so now it looks like you have this like 3D tree with a little bit darker of a shadow, if that makes sense. Okay, let me do a little bit of the foliage. So, because like I said, I want y'all to be able to do some of these trees on your own. I'm not going to completely do all of them tonight. That'll be your homework. But what you want to do is you want to take your darker markers, your cobalt, and your lapis. Well, yeah, that will probably be the easiest. And we're just going to do like some, like little drop down, like we're really up in the swamp. And if you're not comfortable with this part, that's okay. And I know this looks weird because there's one tree, but you know, by the time you finish, you should have a lot of trees and a lot of this foliage. And you can even do like a mix of, take one of your lighter shades. This will give it some more dimension. Take that B14, that B114, and do like a little bit of lighter shade in your tree. And if you want some dimension, then take some of that dark and add in there too. So these are all some different options. Don't feel like you have to don't feel like you have to do everything that I'm doing, but I'm just showing you all the different ways that you can do these trees. Another thing too is you can add some bushes down here if you want to. You would do the same as you did with the trees. So let's take that Tahitian. Actually, let's go a little darker. I'm going to take that B114 and I'm just going to make like a small little bush. and just dot. It looks complicated, but it's really not. It's really not. And you can rewatch this replay if you need to. I do not mean to stress y'all out. Hopefully I'm not doing too much. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all won't hurt my feelings if it's too much. But there's your little bush. Okay? This is your homework. When we come back next Thursday, I want to see your updated picture in the Discord now. With your trees, your foliage, your bushes. I dotted with the BV. Well, I lined it and dotted with the lighter shade. And then I went in with the darker shade. I know, I'm telling you. Yes, I will do that, Barbara. Barbara asked for me to do it on another page. I will. Because I know I'll be stressing some of y'all out. I know I do too much. I'm trying. Okay. So all right. With the B114 is the base of my bush and the base leaves. Okay. Me too. So I just did like almost thinking like coral, like in the ocean, okay? Like the scraggly little, and you can make it however. Okay? Yes. You can do it whatever is easiest for you. My job, what my goal is to show you all the different options you have, but then you pick the option that works best for you. Okay, now I'm taking the same color and I'm going to add me some base leaves, and I'm just going to dot. Okay, and I'm going to put dot so you know you're dotting those leaves. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go in and add a little bit more dark in there. This kind of just is your guide of where you want your leaves. You don't necessarily have to see the lines. You're just kind of giving yourself an idea of the shape that you want your bush to be. Thank you for the follow, Butterfly. Then I took this darker shade, BV314, or you can use 15. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to dot me some more leaves. So this is step 1. This is step 2. And this is step 3. You're welcome. Now, it's going to look a little funny because it's on the white paper, whereas when you do it on your sheet, it's going to be on that dark blue paper, so the colors might not look exactly right here. And you just dot. And that will give you that simple little bush, which looks weird kind of by itself, but when you're welcome. I hope that helps. And see, when it's on this paper though, and you can even get even darker, if we add a little bit more of that beat, with it being here, you may want to add some of that BV315. But leave a little space so that light can come through. It looks weird here because there's that white paper. But let me add, and BV315. Okay, if you need a screenshot that, there it is. Okay, sorry, give me just a second. I'm trying to adjust here. Monica, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I just saw that. Oh, and my comments are not updating over here. How are we doing? Thumbs up or thumbs down? How are we doing? Amber, guess what just popped up on my live manager? It says, create a live auction now. Not the auctions. Barbara says she's doing okay. Maricella's doing okay. Yes, it did. I was like, not TikTok trying to get me to do auctions. Oh, Franny said no. I can't be an enabler, TikTok. I can't be an enabler. All right, well, what else would you, I can show you more on here if you need. Is there something else I can go over before we move on? Because the rest is going to be on you back here for now. Like we're going to add fireflies and stuff, but not tonight because I want your finished background. So don't go past that back here. We're going to do that together. But if there's something else I can show you or redo or do on paper before we move on to the lily pads, speak now or forever hold your peace. Yes. Now you can do your paper how you want to, but I will probably add a lot of bushes down here. I'll be sure to post mine in the Discord ASAP so that you have a reference, but I really want to make sure you guys are doing some of it on your own. I will definitely have some bushes down here, probably up into the side, and I'm going to have a lot of these like vines and foliage coming down. And of course it looks a little funny right now because there's not as much, but when it's all put together. You're welcome. Any other questions? Thank you, Heather. Before we move into the lily pads. My goal too was to try to keep this between 6 and 8. I didn't want it to go too lengthy for you guys either. So my plan with the lily pad was to do one of them and I guess 2 if we need to. But I wanted you to be able to do one on your own. And by lily pad, yeah, okay. All right, well, we're going to be moving on. If it don't add any, well, you can. I'm not going to tell you what you don't want to do, but don't feel pressure to add your firefly dots and stuff yet. We will do that together in next week's. And this Sunday, I will have those colors uploaded for you guys. And actually, well, never mind. Sorry. Okay. Let's switch out the colors for the lily pads. This is what we're going to be using. Let me put my iPad up here real quick. These are the colors you're going to want for the lily pads. And if you don't have them, try to find something that's equivalent. So I'm going to get my markers changed out. And I'll leave that there for just a second. My plan is once I get off live with you guys, I'm going to finish mine finish my sky so I can post it for you guys. Okay, so we're going to need butter and lemon chiffon and lemon mist. The beige green. Do you have, let me look in my color chart. Do you have EO5 pale moss? Okay, Pat. Okay, you can use that one. If it's not dark enough for you, you could do 2 passes if you needed to. Okay, beige green. Where's my dusty olive? There it is. Okay. So the plan is the lighting, I wanted to be yellow because I wanted to come from the fireflies. They're lighting up the sky, okay? So we're going to be using these yellows as part of our light edge on the lily pad. Like the light is shining. And then we're going to be using the greens for the lily pad itself. And I wanted it to be like real swampy, kind of like these, colors. But if you prefer a different color, that's okay. Remember, you can do it how you want to. But I knew these were greens that I would not be using in the water, so I want it to be a little different. We'll also, when we go to finish the sky, put our little glow around Ray. Also, one more thing too, not to overwhelm you guys, but we will be working on the flower as well. So these will be the colors for that. Oh my goodness, I even noticed. So if you want to have those ready, you can. If you need to find alternatives, let me know. I can give suggestions. And if you prefer different colors for your flowers, that's okay. You just want a light, a medium, and a dark. Not the flowers up here, just down here. We're just going to do this together. And then you guys for homework will do these 2. Oh, hopefully it'll ship soon. You know what? I didn't even think about that one because I was looking at the ones with the flowers. We can do that one too. We can go ahead and do that one too. I guess it just depends on time and what y'all want to do. All right, we're going to do this one for the pad. This is like our main lightning bug. So I'm going to keep all of the like glow kind of on this side with him. No, it don't matter. I mean, like I said, I don't mind if y'all want to do it or not on your own. I hate to give y'all too much to do. I just even noticed because they're on one too. So we're going to start with this yellow here. We're going to, the markers that Yes, the 3 yellows. You want to have all those ready to go. Yep, chiffon, mist, and butter. Thank you so much for the heart me emails. Yeah, we can wait on the ones in the character. I agree. Let's wait. The little frog ones are okay. Hey, Nene, we are doing our color along. All right, these are going to be the 3. And you also want to go ahead and have, I would have all of them open and ready to go. The beige and the olive. We're going to be using the dusty olive for some of the, like shadowing. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, look, poor Mocha is just getting all moved around here. All right, so we're going to start with that lemon mist. And I'm just going to start dotting right along the edges here. It's going to be a little hard to see because it's light, but then moving into that lemon chiffon and the butter. I'm going to go back with that lemon mist and kind of dot that out. And this part you don't have to rush because we're going to be doing text, you know, kind of like texturized a little bit. So it's okay if your yellow's dry a little bit. Hey friend, how are you? Welcome in. Once you have your yellow, we're going to move into that beige green. Thank you for the heart me. And I'm just going to be dotting a little bit here on the edge. I'm going to take my lemon chiffon, and this is good. It's going to give us some of that texture. It's going to dot it. Actually, I think I'm going to use my detail side and kind of swirl it in a little bit. Actually bring this up a little more. All right, I'm going to keep this lighter green around the edges. Now I'm dotting because I want kind of a dotted texture. You can just do a light blend if you prefer that. But I'm going to take my dusty olive and put that more in the middle. And it's going to look a little cray-cray, but we're going to take some of that green over it, so it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. All right. The reason I like using my tip sometimes is because it can manipulate the ink with the friction easier than the brush tip without releasing too much ink to where you bleed out. Your brush tip releases more ink than your little fine detail, so it can allow you to do some of that texturizing and kind of smooth that in. If that does that make sense? And then when this dries, I'm gonna go in with it even a little bit more because I want a lot of that dotting type look. And I felt like that would be easier too to follow along with, so you don't have to stress too much about streaking, and it would be a little easier. And I'm just going back and forth with those greens. I think, sorry to throw one more color on here with you guys. If you have thatched green, grab that as well. YG215. YG215. I think I'm going to use that for some lines. And shadows. You can use your detail side. Pull those lines out and add some shadows. Cardstock takes a whole lot longer of a time to dry. How does everybody feel about the lily pad? And you can keep it simpler than that if you need to. Oh no, Megs. My macaroni. She said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think some of that dot's not really going to show up until it's dry. And dotting is a really good technique for hiding imperfections. You want to stay away from too much of around the light and really just focus it around this darker side. All right, does anyone need any more on the lily pad before we move on? We're going to do the we're going to do the big, we'll do the big lily pad, and then that way you guys can do these two. Are we okay with that? And we're just going to do the same thing, except this time, this lily pad, I'll wait. This lily pad is facing him this way. So whereas this one was facing him this way, the light source was here, they're facing him like this. So our yellow is going to stay back this way. Yes, Dusty Olive E212. And then the extra color, well, I used thatch green. I pulled thatch green as well. So I had these two. I ended up using these three. I pulled thatch green at the last minute. Sorry if you might have missed that. I just wanted that Dusty Olive for that little undertone there. All right, if we're ready, we're going to be moving on. Is everybody, how are we feeling? Ready? It could be the camera, the lighting. It is kind of a little bit of a, like an earthy, it is an E-color, so it is kind of earthy. It does have a little bit of reddish in it. It may not translate like that on my camera. But and I went back and covered it up with some green too. So that was going to help. Oh my Lord.
You all right? You all right? You was on that scooter, wasn't you?
Okay, sorry. I'm back. Okay, we're gonna start this big lily pad. Yes, kid down. He's okay though. He's okay. All right. Yeah, he's okay. All right, we're gonna start with that lemon mist. Chiffon. You're okay, Ness. Welcome in. Welcome in. And the butter. He's down because he was doing something we told him not to do 100 times. So it's hard to feel bad when you try to tell him, I told you so. I know. I know. I know. I just love these little frogs right here. I love them so much. All right, get your yellows down, and I'll just keep it right around this way. I'm so excited for the water and stuff. No, I was gonna say that don't work either because he always likes to lean back in his chair all the time, even though we tell him like don't do that, don't do that, do that. Well, one day when he was a little younger, yeah, well, Megan, it's gonna be fine. He fell back and fractured his finger, and I was like, oh, good. It's going to teach him a lesson. He's not going to lean back in chairs anymore. Nope. He still does it. All right, we're going to start with that beige green. And just a dot, 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 dot. Oh, I'm so sorry. Am I stressing y'all out? Yes, Heather. Yes. I'm sorry. I just saw your comment where it said you can see the vision. Yep. Aw. You could also too use your colorless blender. Oh, it's gonna be fun. You can use your colorless blender too to kind of merge some of this together if you need to, especially if you're using cardstock. Cardstock can give you a little bit of a hard time with blending. Yeah, the water is going to be kind of greenish, Megan, but also we're going to put some acrylics on top. So you'll be able to hide a lot of those imperfections. Just like with the sky. Oh, it's me opening and closing my markers when I was using my detail side. Sorry. I didn't even think about it being up near the camera. Okay, so on this back side, I'm going to use that dusty olive, but I'm going to go back over with some green because this is going to be that shadow side. Hey, Brandy. Thank you so much for the heart me. Look, I just been in my own little coloring world, Maddie. I didn't even realize we were almost to 100K. Thank y'all so much. Not me over here stressing y'all out and y'all still loving me. All right, I'm going to take the screen back here. Oh, look at Brandy being in the fan club for 2 months. What? Okay, I want to go back over here now that this is starting to dry. I'm like, I want my dots. Dadgummit. Woo! 100K. All right, I'm going to grab that thatched green and add some lines from that middle. This might be a lot, so if you don't want to do this part, you don't have to. But we're just going to add a couple of them lily pad lines. And oh, that's awesome. I'm taking that lighter green that we've been using and just kind of adding more in here in the middle. More for texture than anything. And look, not my crooked line over here. And that thatch green for some shadows. Remember, your shadows you want on this side because here's your light. So I'm using the thatch green to build up some shadows. I'm going to do a shadow here, like her arm is out, but you don't have to. You can see it looks like her arm is out and his arm is out. I think that just adds a little extra special effect to it. Out. I'm also going to take that thatch green back over here and add a couple of dots. My plan too is I want to add a lot of acrylic, like some dotting and stuff. We won't do it tonight, but add some dotting to all that. It's going to look magical and sparkly, and you're going to like it. It's going to hide a lot of your imperfections, so don't stress. Don't stress. All right, this is where the rest of the lily pads you'll do on your own. But if you have any other questions about any of them, let me know. You can go in, add your dots, add your lines. You can do one or the other or both or none at all. The biggest thing with the lily pads is if you're doing your light source, keep it on the right side of the lily pad back here. And that'll make more sense once we do our fireflies and stuff. But the last thing we're going to do tonight is this flower. Unless y'all need a break. We can pick back up on the flowers next week if you guys want. Let's poll. Unless y'all need a break. We can pick back up on the flowers next week if you guys want. Let's poll. This was a lot for tonight. It was a lot more than I was thinking. So, let's poll. Hey, Carrie. Smiley face, we will do the flowers. Sad face, we'll do them next week. And I'm okay with either one. Happy face, flowers tonight. Sad face, let's do them next week. We need a break. I can give you the colors. Happy face, let's go ahead with the flowers. Sad face, we'll do them next week. Okay. Look, I done thought I stressed y'all out too much. I thought I didn't stress you out too much for the flowers. Thank you, Carrie. Usually I'm doing stickers, but tonight we're doing a color along, and I was nervous about like dealing with all that. So yeah, it is a small area. I just didn't want to overwhelm y'all. I didn't want. Maddie said no. Let's go. Okay. Well, I hear you. Okay, these will be the colors for the flower, and you'll want a colorless blender. You're gonna want your colorless blender. And you can do any colors you want. Just make sure you have a light, a medium, and a dark. But I wanted to use some purple on this page. So the color scheme is, yeah, I agree, Amy. The color scheme is going to be like purples and creams and all that. So here's your colors. R50, V14, and V010 in your colorless blender. And when you guys are ready, send me little emojis. Let me know we ready. Also, if you're just tuning in, this is not finished. What we're doing is we have a color along. And so I'm doing part of it with you on live and walking you through everything, telling you different options. And then you have homework. So the homework this week will be to finish the background back here with the trees, whatever trees you want to do, whatever bushes you want to do, and then to finish the lily pad. So when we join back next week, that will all be done and we'll be ready to move on. Okay. All right. It looks like everybody's pretty much ready. Let me get you zoomed in here. All right. We're going to work these lily pads from lightest to darkest. So what I like to do when I want something to kind of fade off into white, is to use that colorless blender. So you want to have your colorless blender ready and your orchid wisp ready. So, look, I was about to zoom you in on my paper. Okay, we're going to wet the tip of that lily with your colorless blender and just very lightly apply the orchid wisp and kind of work that down a little bit. Then very lightly, we're going to start blending into the medium shade. I know this is a small area, but it's going to look beautiful. It's going to look beautiful. Oops. Okay, and then your darkest shade is going to be on the bottom. And then I'm just going to work that back up with my lightest shade to kind of blend that out. And if you get too much up here, use your colorless to kind of blend that out. And if you get too much up here, use your colorless blender. And when that dries, you're going to have a nice pretty blend that has a little bit of this white on the tip. Sorry, cardstock takes forever to dry, forever. So I feel like you won't really get the full effect until it's dry, but so not too stressful. I'll do it again. Start with your colorless blender, wetting the tip. You don't want to put that light shade all the way. You want it to kind of be at the, leave a little space because it's going to bleed up some. Hey, Gigi, it's going to bleed up just a little bit, especially if you're using thinner paper. You want to go a little further than you think you need. All right, and that middle shade, our darker shade. And then work your way back up with that light shade. But stop before you get to the top. And I kind of like push those colors up a little bit. If you go too far, just use your blender to get it back out again. Okay, now if you want to get really specific with your flowers and do the glow, you can. I would do them on these right here, okay? So what that would look like, if you want to do them, you don't have to. Thank you for the share. Hey, Jashana. Is instead of starting with the white, you want to start with your lemon mist, okay? So I'm going to start with my lemon mist. And then my lemon chiffon. I would skip the butter here since it's such a small space. And then go into your medium and dark shades. Then I would take my light shade. And even though we didn't use it at the top, because instead we're focusing on those yellows, I would still use them to blend out this bottom. And you can take that lemon mist. Like, I feel like this is a little too harsh right here. I'm going to take that lemon mist and kind of scoot it down a little bit. But if this is too much, I understand. So you do not have to do a yellow tip if you don't want to. But if you are going to do a yellow tip, I would just do it on these three. That is kind of facing your firefly. I feel you, Franny. I am that way too. And that's why I worry about doing too much on you guys. I am an overachiever. is, I don't say that proudly either. It's a curse. And especially when you put that with ADHD. All right, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go ahead and finish these. Does everyone feel confident on the flowers? How do we feel about the flowers? Oops. Grabbing the wrong marker. Yes, Crystal said yes. Barbara's good. Maddie's good. Maddie's like, I'm good until the water. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. And of course, I would love your feedback. Anything that I can do to improve, or if I'm going too fast, or if it's too complicated and I need to slow it down. Y'all let me know. You won't hurt my feelings. I can handle constructive criticism. But this is y'all's book, and y'all spent money on it, and I want it to be nice, and I want to make sure I'm doing the best for you guys. Now, one thing you can do here, because it's technically it's kind of like in the shadows, you can skip the light part and just kind of bring the darker stuff more up. You don't have to. You can keep it simple. But instead of doing the colorless blender and the light colors, I'm just going to go ahead and do, I'm going to start with my mid shade and then go into my dark shade, because it is in the shadows. Now, you can still take your light shade and kind of blend them together if you want to. But I would make them a little darker. So they're in the shadows. So if we zoomed it out, you have your yellow highlight on this side and then your darker on that side. So this is where we're at for the night. And you're going to want to repeat this here and here. Save this lily pad, because I don't 100% know if we'll do it the same way or if we do some kind of glue. I don't know yet. And, the super fans are helping me build the page, so I want to discuss with them and get their thoughts. But my DMs are open for any of you guys that are actually following along and have the book and you have thoughts or comments or concerns or anything, please let me know. That way I can adjust before next week. And just a recap, if you are just tuning in, we are doing a color along every Thursday starting at 6 Central. Yep. Homework is going to be to finish your trees. You want to add more trees. Okay. And I'm going to try and finish mine between tonight and tomorrow and get it added to the disco as quick as possible so you can see. But you want to add more trees and bushes and vines and all that. Finish that. Yep. And finish the lily pads and the lotus. Finish those. Yes, I was gonna tell you guys that it's the Doodlybugs Once Upon a Dream book. I have the digital download, so the cover's a little different, but they have a digital download. And also, if you want, Amber, are you in the room? Amber can get you some more information on the book if you need that. And if she's not in here, just send me a message. But if you want to get it, oh, there she is. Okay, message Amber if you want to get more information on the book. I'm going to post this in our Discord, the recording from tonight, for the first 2 weeks for public. Anybody can view it, to where if you want to go ahead and get this book and join in before next week, you can still go back and watch the replay. But after week 1 and week 2, replays will only be available to super fans. And you can become one. If you want more information on that, message me. Yes, Mel, if you will, Franny, are you in here? If you don't mind sending Franny a message, she can get you the pathway to Discord. She is our Discord guru. So message Amber if you want book information, message Franny if you want disco information. Our next page will be next Thursday from 6 to 8 Central. This Sunday, I will be adding the colors and information for our next part. I don't 100% have down all that we will do, so I can't say like, okay, when we come back, we're going to do this or this. Oh, no, real quick. Crystal says, message me if you just want a friend. But do we have any questions or anything before we end tonight? Anything else you want to see? Anything else you want to know about? No problems. I enjoyed it. I honestly was a little nervous, but we made it through. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Y'all let me know if there's any suggestions y'all have. Yes, and make sure you post your progress page when you finish your homework. I want to see it. I want to see everybody's pages, which means Amber, you're going to have to color some, girl. You're going to have to color some, boo-boo, on live. No, I'm just kidding. Thank y'all for joining me. I do try to post daily, and if you see that come across your page, if you guys don't mind interacting with it, it helps a lot. Anything helps. A like, a comment, a share, anything like that helps. And I'm excited. Yes, thank y'all again. I'll be live tomorrow. I don't have a set thing tomorrow. I'm off, so you'll probably see me on a little bit in the daytime as well. But I love y'all. Thank y'all again, and y'all have a great night. And if y'all have any other questions, just send me a message. Love y'all. Enjoy y'all's page. Happy coloring. Follow along with Amber, late edition. Tomorrow at 12 noon. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, not Darren Wook. Sorry. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.